Hey, what's up? My name is Jason, and it's kind of rough out here. I'm not gonna lie. You might be thinking, oh, probably because of the speeding ticket you got this morning. No, it's actually not because of the speeding ticket I got this morning, though that does suck a lot. And it's also not because of the midterm I have in a week. That is terrifying me because I got a 75 on the last one, or because of the other homework I have in school that is slowly killing me. And by slowly, I mean actually killing me extremely fast, and I'm really sad about it. No, it's actually just kind of not really having a lot of people to talk to. I don't want to come off as someone who's like completely alone and sad, because that's just not true. It's not an accurate representation of who I am and how my life is lived. I have a girlfriend. She's long distance. She's not always here, so it's kind of hard to be without her sometimes. And I also have a really strong friend group from home who I appreciate a lot, and I talk to a lot, and they're sick, man. But the thing is, what I don't have is a lot of genuinely close friends here, where I live currently for most of the year. I'm severely lacking in that department. Freshman year, I made a few friends, but I never felt like a really close connection with any of them. Like, we never talk on like a very deep level, and that's fine. I mean, not everyone needs to be that way, but I'm just saying it's a little frustrating because some days when I just want to talk to someone or hang out with someone or something like that, it can be really hard to find a person to do that. I think most people do. I go through slumps where I really wish I had more friends. I wish I had more people to lean on and talk to. And like I said, I think everyone goes through that. I also think most people are lonely at this point. It seems like every time I browse a college Reddit or something like that, there's at least 100 posts that are saying, why doesn't anybody talk to me? Why doesn't anybody talk to anyone else? Why is everyone always on their phones or on their AirPods or something like that? And I kind of agree with that. I see the same thing. I see so many people who just don't really have that many friends. And it's not just in college. It's not just with one gender, though. Men do seem to be more lonely on average. I'll put up a little blurb from a graphic or from a article. Yeah. Male loneliness epidemic is a common phrase you've probably heard, but the loneliness epidemic extends past men only and kind of goes into all genders. It seems like everyone is kind of in search of that genuine connection in a group of friends. I mean, I've never had a freaking Rachel, Monica, Chandler, Ross type dynamic with a group. It's always been me and a couple other people. And the guys I'm friends with now, we only hang out rarely. So it's difficult. It's hard. And it's weird. And I don't think enough people talk about it, and I don't think enough people are doing anything about it.
Now, this all started with just wanting to make one friend for an advice video, so I could tell people how to make friends. Because like I said, I've never made that many friends, but I do make advice videos, and I have gotten the question multiple times, how do I make friends? How do I seem cool? How do I talk to other people? Things like that. And I think that's a genuinely fair question. I don't think most people know. I think if you told someone go out and make a friend, it would be a genuinely hard task. Friends genuinely happen naturally, from joining clubs or from talking to someone in class or from being forced to be together in some kind of event or some kind of thing that makes it happen, that makes you talk to other people. And I think we don't get those opportunities enough, especially if you don't really fit into any larger group. If you don't want to join a frat or sorority, if you're not seeking to join any kind of ethnicity-related club or community, it can be really hard. If you're not into sports, if you're not into drama, if you're not into anything like that, it can be genuinely difficult to find a place, an environment where you're okay with meeting people. It's not just class anymore. It's not just the quad anymore where you can talk to people, meet friends, throw the frisbee around. Everyone has their own cliques, and people always have their AirPods in or iPads out during class. No one really wants to talk anymore.
For me, making one friend seemed pretty difficult, especially one friend that would want to participate in a YouTube video such as this. I could have just made that one friend and put it in an advice video or something like that, but I thought this deserved a bigger and more, interesting conclusion. I didn't want to just go make one friend. I decided I wanted to try and make a group of friends. My plan originally, after the plan A, my original plan B was to meet someone in class, meet someone in the library, meet someone on the field, until I had a group of people from all different parts of campus that I could bring and accomplish a task. Jason, what's the task gonna be? Great question. This actually took a lot of thought. I was like, what do guys like to do? What do people like to do with each other generally? How do people make friends? Is it a common goal thing? Is it a common interest thing? What type of event can I organize that people will like? Originally, I was just going to have a movie night or play video games, but that felt too boring, too standard. And I didn't think really anyone would be interested in just doing those little things with me. So I decided instead to build sandcastles. That's right. About a week and a half ago, I was laying in bed at night at like 3 a.m. and I was like, you know what? Guys love sandcastles. I'm going to get a few guys to build a sandcastle together at a nearby beach. That way, we all have a common goal. We all have a thing we're fighting against. This would be the ocean. And generally something to bond over. Something to have fun with, and honestly a shared interest. If I could get like 6 guys to go build a sandcastle at the beach, I'd imagine they're pretty whimsical, pretty goofy, pretty fun, which is my type of guy and my type of event. So that was the plan. So the next morning in lecture, I made a game time decision. I stood up, raised my hand, and said, I have a little announcement. I was wondering if I was trying to assemble a crack team of about 6 guys to build a sandcastle at State Park. So if you want to build a sandcastle with me, my phone number is... And then I read out my phone number. I got a few chuckles from the room, which is pretty good, but I don't really think that many people took me seriously. I didn't have like a bunch of texts coming in, and I didn't really get any text till about 5 hours later, when finally someone reached out named Chaz and said, hey, is this the sandcastle guy? Yeah, it is. I got a few texts from a few other people as well throughout the day, and things were kind of coming together. But remember what I said. I'm not just looking for a few people. I'm looking for someone in each location around campus. I'm trying to make a friend from my class, from the library, from the field. Who knows? So obviously the logical next step is the library. I walked over to the library, sat myself down in front of another guy and said, hey, what do you know about sandcastles? And I'm not kidding. That's actually what I said. I felt like a mogul. I don't know why. Probably the nerdiest thing you could ask someone. But actually, he took it well. He said his name is Ben, and he'd be happy to help me build a sandcastle at the state park, I've said, and on the day I said. So I got his phone number and put him down. Freaking 5 for 5 so far. I got quite a few people from my class, and this guy, random guy I cornered in a library. People are cool with random things, apparently, and I think this is a good lesson that you should talk to people. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Pretty much the same scenario happened at the field. I walked up to these like 5 guys playing spike ball and was like, hey, you guys want to help me build a sandcastle? And they were like, sure. So I got all their numbers and added them too. Around this time, I was like, oh, this is getting pretty serious. I should buy some sandcastle making materials. I mean, really, what is building a sandcastle if you don't have a bucket or shovels? You're kind of just making a pile of sand with your hands. I mean, in my opinion, there's only so much you can do without a good form-fitted mold. So I went on AliExpress, the cheapest website I could think of, and ordered 10 buckets for $6, 15 shovels for $4, and a sandcastle mold set for like $15. That was like more complicated, bigger and smaller molds. Maybe I'll show some. Around this point, I had a slight wrinkle. The guy I met in the library had texted me and said he was gonna bring a few friends. And among those friends was a girl. I don't remember what text specifically inferred this, but it was definitely inferred. And I couldn't look past this because I didn't want to say no girls allowed. Originally it was going to be just like me and 5 other guys or 6 other guys. But I didn't want a girl showing up with me and, 7 other guys. I felt bad for her. Imagine showing up to make friends and everyone there is a guy. I don't think gender has to be that big of a deal, but for a lot of people, it is. To go to an event that is only the other gender, it feels a little weird. It feels a little weird, you know? If I walked into a room of like 8 girls and they were all like trying to make friends, I'd be like, I'm not really a part of this. I don't know, you know? I don't know. That could just be me, but I didn't want to make her uncomfortable. I didn't want to make anyone uncomfortable, and I didn't want anyone to get the wrong idea. So I said, you know what? I know the solution to this problem. Let's make this a campus-wide event.
I walked my 5'6" awe over to the computer lab and made a Google form and a poster. I'll show that poster right now. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that sick? Yeah, pretty cool. And I printed out 25 posters at the expense of my student account and put them all around campus. I don't really know what kind of places you're allowed to hang up posters, but I definitely hung a bunch where you're not supposed to. So hopefully I don't get fined or something.
That was a rough one. Don't forget, this was all in one day. One day. I had 25,000 steps that day. I had walked 11 miles with something like 600 feet of elevation. I was all over the place. I was walking all around my campus, talking to all these different people, and doing all this work for an event that I didn't even know mattered. I spent $30 on AliExpress for this event to happen, and I didn't know if I really had anyone coming. I mean, I have 1,600 subscribers, but only like 20 of you will actually show up to watch a video. Everyone else that watches the video, I don't know if you know this, is a newcomer, a recommended viewer, who isn't subscribed to me yet. So, first of all, subscribe. Second of all, not everyone shows up to things that they sign up for, and that's just how it is. That's how life is, and I do the same thing. I don't show up to every single thing I sign up for, so I don't blame people who sign up and then don't come. But I did corner a bunch of people, and I did ask a lot of people to come, and they all said they would, but they could have just been being nice. I get it. I would have said yes too, and I might have blown it off. If you're one of those people that said, I'm gonna go, that sounds awesome, and then didn't come, I don't blame you. That's totally chill. I'd still love to be your friend. If you want to be my friend, follow me on Instagram. Very similar name to the one I have on YouTube. It is J_bomb, BOMBBB. B, I think 4 B's. I'm not sure. Anyway, thanks. I'll follow you back. As the days passed, I definitely had some stress and anxiety about whether or not anyone was going to show up or if this event actually mattered. I considered a bunch of times just scrapping the idea and letting it go. I don't know why I felt that way. I think you just have this intrinsic fear of doing something, of changing your routine, of stepping out of your comfort zone. And I didn't want to let that stop me, and I think that's the only reason I kept going. I think if this was totally up to me, and without a video, and without any other bigger purpose behind it, I would have canceled the event. Just because I'm scared. And honestly, I would have missed out. And I'll show you why. But first, here's a couple of videos I took on the day of, talking about some of the stress and anxiety. Also, bonus video from the day the buckets and shovels and castles came. I'm terrible about live updates on things in like a vlog setting, because I don't vlog. I don't know how to vlog. I never vlog. But I thought I should give this one because it's kind of a moment, and I'm feeling it now. It's probably better that I talk about it now than in retrospect in like 8 days or something. So I ordered 10 buckets, 10 like little kid sand buckets and 10 little kid sand shovels, as well as like a sandcastle like mold set. I got it all from AliExpress because it's really cheap. And I know what you're thinking. I know you're like, okay, that's kind of immoral of you, because you know what's happening at the factories you're ordering from. But at the same time, those factories just sell to a middleman, which then sell to you in normal retail stores around here. So it's not like, I don't think it's that different. I think you're buying from the same factories either way. It's just cheaper. But you know, I pay the price, and the price isn't monetary. The price is like it was only a few bucks, but waited all this time. The event's in 2 or 3 days, and I got my 10 buckets. This is not as advertised, I'll tell you that. The pictures on the website, maybe I'll show them with this recording, but they're photoshopped to make it look bigger. And then I got the shovels, but they're also way smaller than I thought they were for some reason, so kind of terrible. Also, I was planning on providing beverages for this event. I was planning on providing yerbs, yerba mate, but the person who was gonna help me get those yerbs bailed on me, so not doing that anymore either. Feeling a little defeated. It kind of sucks a lot, and it stresses me out. Cause like I make all these promises, and I want to have like validity to my event. I want my event to feel like planned when people get there. And these two things falling through make it feel not planned. Not well planned, at least. Anyway, other than that, going well. I created the group chat today. Over 26 people in the group chat, which is so cool. And I'm excited to meet everyone. So yeah, hopefully they show up. Who knows? Maybe it'll just be me and like 3 people. And if that's the case, then I'll still make some friends and it'll be okay. Still be a win. If it's me and 0 people, then I guess I'll build a sandcastle alone. It's the big freaking day. I'm walking to the beach. I got my Island Time pink shorts on. Yerb. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm a little nervous. There's people already there for some reason, and they're calling me their liege. So, not the dynamic I expected, but we'll see how it goes. I hope it'll be a fun, cool, lit event. Someone left the conversation, the group chat. Messed up. I get it. Sometimes we commit to things and then we can't do them anymore or get scared. We don't want to leave our comfort zones, but sometimes you just got to do it. You got to take a risk. I was originally like very excited about this. I thought it would be perfect. Had no doubts. And throughout the process, throughout this 2 week long waiting period of just waiting for the day to come, I've had my doubts, I've had my insecurities, I've had my fears. But I'm not gonna let any of those things stop me. Worst thing that can happen, I meet someone lame. And hey, whatever. We all gotta meet someone lame to meet someone cool, you know? Also, if you're that lame person, put yourself out there, you know? A person that's lame to me is the coolest person in the world to someone else. That's how it is. Anyway, see you there. Just another little message for the people in case I don't say it later. Every time there's an event like this on campus, I've seen a bunch of them, random, fun, sounding, goofy little events that everyone's invited to, whatever. Every time there's an event like that, I think about going. And I'm like, oh, that sounds so cool. Oh, I'm gonna go. And then I like kind of half think about it until the day and I'm not really committal. And then the day comes and I'm like, no, I won't go. And I miss it. And then I'm like, oh, dang it, I missed it. But like, I don't really care because I was scared, because I'm scared. And it's just dumb. It's just dumb. Commit to things, man. Commit to things, go to things, don't be afraid. There's so many joys in life you could be missing out on by staying at home, playing GTA 5 online, playing Minecraft, playing whatever. There's Minecraft outside. Sandcastle building is specifically Minecraft outside is probably sandcastle building. That's like the closest thing I can think of to a dirt house is a sandcastle. Unless you actually made a dirt house like those guys in the woods do with the wooden sticks, but I think they were found out to be fake. I'm pretty sure. So probably sandcastle. But you get my point. Go to things, commit to things. Put yourself out there. Join a club you wouldn't have joined. attend an event you wouldn't have attended. Get some freaking stories out of it. You know, even if you meet someone terrible, even if things go wrong, good story, man. Good story. You're not gonna be harmed in any way from it. All right? Bye. All right, listen. I don't want to keep you waiting any longer, and I don't want to keep switching freaking POVs this entire time. So I'm gonna show you how the sandcastling went, and I'll break it down for you as it happened. First things first, this guy named Logan got really into building sandcastles. He's awesome. He's just a guy who really likes sandcastling. Kind of the ideal guy I was looking for this project. And he took a serious leadership role. He designed how the sandcastle was going to look. And did it well. He was like big U-wall, sandcastle in the middle, and everyone started building. It was awesome. We all got to work. And here's how that went. We worked for about like 45 minutes on this until a couple waves came. Fun fact, when these waves came, they also knocked over my tripod and my phone into the ocean. As the ocean came in, like if you've ever seen waves before, the waves are filled with sand and like cover and bury and move stuff really quickly. A guy literally jumped on my phone as it was being buried under the sand and taken out into the ocean simultaneously. Shout out that guy. I'm sorry I didn't catch your name, and if I did catch your name, I'm sorry I don't remember it. But seriously, you're my goat. None of this would be possible without you. I would have lost all the footage. I wouldn't have been able to record anymore. It would have been really sad.
It fell. Guys, we build again, okay? We build again. Maybe do we want to back up? Maybe? Yeah?
Anyway, after the first sandcastle got destroyed, we started building again. And then instantly, disaster struck once again. And another wave came and blew up that sandcastle as well.
Battle update. We've lost everything. Both the walls are gone. We're just down to the castle left. And we're making the castle as big as possible. It's all hands on deck. This is so bad. This is so scary. But it's okay. It'll be okay.
So finally we decided to just build a really big hill as a sandcastle. No more walls, no more moats, no more messing around. Only one big, like, mountain with a castle on top. And that actually worked really well. We got a bunch of rocks, put it all around the base, whatever. You're probably like, hey, Jason, that's a lot of people. You're right. I had a total of 38 signups by the end of the week leading up to this event, and about 20 people came out in total. Most of them, maybe all of them, were not the people I talked to originally, which is actually pretty heartbreaking, but like I said, I don't blame them. And if you guys want to be friends, let me know. But yeah, dude, everyone that came out was so nice, so cool, so sweet. Wanted to like talk to other people, wanted to make friends, wanted to help out with the sandcastle, and just genuinely had good energy. If you came out to this, thank you. You're so cool. You're so much awesomer than anyone who chose to stay home. Sorry those people, but you gotta learn to step outside your comfort zone and do something you wouldn't normally do. Everyone that came out, you have something special, and I really do appreciate you. While I was there, aside from recording footage of actually building the sandcastle and all the people there, I decided it would be cool to get a few tips on how to make friends from the people that were there who seemed to be, doing a pretty good job. And here's a couple clips from that.
I'm here with Merrick. Merrick, what's your best advice on how to make friends? Make friends, I think you just gotta put yourself out there, put yourself in uncomfortable situations sometimes. You see, make a sandcastle and you get all the friends you need. Yeah. What's up? I'm here with
Ryan, Lumen,
Abby.
What's your best advice for making friends?
Rocks.
Rocks?
Look at that thing. I mean, it's built on rock.
It's built on rock. So sandcastle?
I mean, we all originally met on the first day of school at the karaoke event.
Yeah.
So just like show up to things, I would say.
Yeah. Put yourself out there.
You don't
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
say anything. You can just exist in the space.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking from experience.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's just like treat people like they already like you.
Yeah.
That and like just accept like not everyone wants to be your friend and that's okay.
Oh,
Damn.
he does not want to be.
He
your
hates
friend.
me.
No.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
See? See?
So yeah, that's it. That's how to make friends. You just put yourself out there, man. You find an environment where you can make friends. You find people who want to be friends. That's all it is. And there's so many of those people out there. I had 40 signups on this dumb sandcastle event. Imagine how many signups you could get on an actually like cool event that didn't require people to go like miles out of their way to go to a beach, you know? You could get so many people. And everyone's looking for people. So you just gotta find those people. I don't know, man. Put yourself out there. You can do it. And just find that environment. And if you don't have that environment, create it. Like I did. I mean, there were so many cool people there, man. I can't stress enough how low my expectations were and how completely shattered they were. Just genuinely very nice, funny, entertaining, common-minded people working together on a sandcastle. So, find those people. Find your people. Good luck. Put yourself out there. And don't let fear and your routine dictate your entire life. Step out sometimes, alright? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are the freaking best. If you enjoyed, please subscribe. Please comment. Please like. This is what I like to do. These videos are what I like to make. I'll see you next time. Bye.